Now, the festival, which is totally free, kicks off this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, 118th Avenue between 90th and 94th Street in Edmonton. And with us right now to talk about the Aboriginal portion of the Winter Festival, Pipon Village, is MJ Belcourt and Sheldon Elter. Welcome, guys.
Oh, thanks for having us.
Hello.
So tell us all about Pipon Village.
Pipon Village is actually, which means winter in Cree.
Okay.
But we would actually refer to January as the Great Moon, which is Kisi Pisum. So that's what we would probably talk to you about it in the Cree language. But it is referred to, winter is referred to as the Pipon. So we've called it the Pipon Village, so to start with. But we have lots of things that are going to be happening. We have, of course, Sheldon here going to be doing some stories with us, which is awesome, in our large tent that we're calling our rendezvous tent. And we also have artisans demonstrating and doing some work in there, along with other entertainers like Dwight Paul, and he'll be singing hand drum singing, and Gary Lee will be doing the Métis fiddle. And we also have Tammy Lamouche, who's a contemporary singer-songwriter, so she'll also be in that large tent. But there's more, too. I'll let Sheldon talk, though.
Yeah, I mean, what I love about the festival itself is that it's like a big mash of cultures, right? So not only do we have, like, the Pipon Village having all the Aboriginal portion, but they've got French content, they've Ukrainian, they've got all kinds of different stuff happening down there. So but what's so great about the festival is that it's all kind of community driven, right, in the heart of the 118th Ave area. So, and I live like 6 blocks from there, so it's always so fun to kind of go and get involved and feel like I get to give back to the community. So being able to go and tell, stories, that's usually traditionally, that's when winter's the time when we sit down and tell our stories and do our teachings. I always joke, say, because it's so cold, there's nothing else you're going to do. So,
well, again, we're talking about the Winter Festival this coming weekend at Edmonton. The thing I like about this festival is that it's totally free. I mean, families from all over can come and check things out, and they can also just bring along a non-perishable item.
Yeah, we also, I know the festival takes donations. You can go on the website if you want to donate that way. They'll also have big donation buckets and tubes around the festival site. So it's always, and it's volunteer driven. So they're always looking for volunteers if you're looking to go give back that way as well. But it's pretty awesome. There's going to be, I'm pretty excited for there's going to be like a tourtière cooking contest.
Yes.
Which I gotta say, I'm pretty excited about.
I wish I was one of the judges.
I don't know. We know there's a bannock making, like a bannock contest.
We should do that.
I should totally be a judge on
next year.
Next year we're doing the bannock.
Let's talk more about some of the Aboriginal components of the Pipon Village there. You were talking about, Aboriginal activities for the family. What are some of those?
Well, there's also Bent Arrow coming in, and they'll be set up in one of the teepees, and they'll have cultural games, so traditional games they'll be doing. Also snowshoeing, so they have one teepee to themselves, which is really nice. And then we also have another teepee set up, and that's going to be our bannock and tea teepee with Ida Favel and Sharon LaRose. So they're going to come in and do some bannock for us. They're awesome bannock makers, so please come and check it out. And we also have Donnie Rain, who's going to be set up in our trapper's tent, and he's going to be talking about living off the land and doing some bushcraft. So, and he does. He is a trapper. I called him up the other day in the morning, and he was out checking his traps. So he definitely lives by that. So that's awesome. Trying to think. Oh, and we also have Guta Desmarais, if I'm saying her name right. She's going to be set up in an Inuit tupik, which is an Inuit dwelling, and she has all kinds of things inside of her Inuit dwelling that she'll talk about and share with people, and she's a wealth of knowledge, so it's really interesting.
That sounds so awesome. Where exactly will Pipon Village be located?
On 118th and 92nd Street.
Okay.
Yes.
Is it, how big's the village?
Oh, geez. I haven't had a chance to go down to the tent myself yet, but how big would you say?
Well,
there's different areas, right?
Yeah. It's quite large because we have a 20 by 30 tent. That's the large one. That will be the entertainers that Sheldon will be in. And then 2 teepees, a trapper's tent, and then the tupik, which holds probably a good half of the city block, I'm I'm guessing.
Sheldon, are you going to be performing at all? Or
Yes, it'll be doing some stories. It'll be Saturday and Sunday, 2 different times. We have 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock, both Saturday and Sunday this weekend. And one of the stories I'll be telling is The Boy Who Lived with Bears. It's kind of a intense tale about a boy whose parents died in a harsh winter and was taken in by his uncle, and then his uncle sort of resents him for having to take care of him, and then eventually takes him out hunting, and the boy's like thinking, oh, this is my time. And after they do several bits of hunting, the boy thinks, we have more than enough food. The uncle says, go into a cave. The boy goes in and thinking he's going to find and flush animals out for his uncle. When he looks back, the uncle has pushed a giant boulder to lock the boy inside the cave to get rid of him. And animals hear his laments, and he's rescued by a bunch of animals, and he gets to decide which animal he lives with, and he chooses to live with these bears, and sort of grows up as living his life as a bear until he's reunited with his uncle, and they learn this lovely lesson. It's a beautiful story, and so we'll be telling lots of different kind of traditional stories that way, but kind of with a bit of my own modern twist to kind of make it fun for the families and for the little ones.
Right. Again, this is totally free, so make sure you bring your family and your friends. And another successful Deep Freeze Winter Festival. MJ and Sheldon, appreciate you guys coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, it's great.